book says when you're teaching kindergartners is to act like you have two pieces of bread and then you want to have your wrists exposed. I don't go by the book. I mimic people that I learn from. One of my best friends taught me how to do this. The only problem with this is you close off quite a bit of your wrist action, and as well as it's very easy to break apart. So sometimes people even just do their fingers and just get this. I've seen people just completely be here, but the big goal is to get as much surface as possible for that ball to hit here. You're not hitting it down here. Take the easiest flick of the wrist and make the ball go flying. So you want to use any platform here. You will get caught sometimes up in the upper arms, but the goal is to get it single down. The biggest thing when you're passing is not to swing, overly swing. Everything comes basically from those legs, okay? Almost like a coil. So you're bent down already, and then you're just basically guiding the ball where you want to go. You don't want to be lifting much higher than your chest. You just want to basically get around your belly button, your wrist to your belly button, and just guide the ball where you want to go, okay? Start with basic. Try to get it higher. The way you get higher, just lift your leg up. Feel that angle. Try to get it up and down. Trying to pass to me, which is cool. But I want sooner or later we're gonna get to it, because then you're gonna blind me. Because imagine we're playing two. What you're gonna be passing basically is a blind pass to the spot, which would be here. Okay. You're beating the player. Nesta, no. Stay cool. So if you got served, you'd be passing to there. And then me as a setter, I know you're passing there, so I'm meeting that ball here and then I'm setting. So what you want to do is kind of get it a little bit higher, so that setter has time to get underneath it. So you want to get it right there, so your setter has time to get underneath it. So get a little bit of loft.
So with this finger, what I was struggling with the other day when we were just beating it around on Saturday was moving from this to maybe that.
Right. So
you know,
that's actually
hit to hit.
that's so I will teach you a little overhead stuff.
Okay.
But the goal is to barely ever use it.
Never use it.
Okay, because I feel like you're athletic enough. Most things overhead, if you were to play it, should be out of bounds, or if it's going high enough, you should be able to turn your platform underneath it. Okay, if it's coming here, you just turn your body out and meet it further down instead of stopping. Oh shit, it's coming over my head. I gotta stop here. You have plenty of time to go here and then open. Okay, this is like an emergency because you have very little control over it. We will work on a little bit with the overhead stuff because it does happen.
Yeah.
But I want you to be more like, oh, if you see a big lofty ball, you should be excited because it's going to come down and you should be able to hit it on your platform. You have a lot more control. So let's start with the platform. Let's just try to get it a little bit higher. We'll do both sides. There it is. Nice. Same. A little higher. There we go. I see you interlocking them all.
Yeah.
Try not to interlock them all. You either want to have it flat on flat and then there.
Okay.
That way, because if you do have to do some overhand, you have to tear your hands apart. So I want you to be as easy to break them up as possible. Yep. Yes. That's it. Same thing. Good feet. It's alright. I'd rather catch you higher in the armpit because that still gives you more arm than closer to your wrist because the flick will make it go all over the place. Good. Try not to lean back. Always try to go forward. There we go. Good. A little higher. Perfect. Good. 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 Add some difficulty. Oh. Don't worry about this one. It'll play with you. There you go. Good job. Good fix. Good. Good. That's the one right there. A little higher. Yes. That was smooth. Good. 5-1. A little higher, a little higher. Good. 1. Right here, you got it. Oh. You feel how you jump?
Yeah.
It's because you anticipate the ball. That's a very common thing too. So just let the ball come down. It'll come down your platform instead of trying to meet it up. Let's do this other side. Let's pass some more. Here you go. Get it nice and high. Feel that? I can almost tell you directly. You'll see it on video too. You raised up to almost right there. That's why that ball went up.
I see.
It's all about angles.
Yeah.
Just start to catch yourself doing this stuff. There it is. Way to change the angle. A little higher. Beautiful. Perfect. Yes. You can do that consistently. Your setter will love you. Perfect.
Which will be Tanya. You know.
Good.
She's only 5'2", but
Good. Yeah, the big thing when you're passing too is not to push them against the net. You want to give them options, so that's why I made this bubble around here.
Okay.
This way you have the setter has room to move, even because in case you do shoot it, you still have a little bit of room. Oh, did it again. Last second. It's really with that step that you're putting all that weight here, you're rearing back because you're putting this.
okay. So it's more.
It's just a way because it was short. You got there early, and then you reared here, and you
Okay.
just need to keep it still, even when you're getting low on that one leg.
All right.
There it is. Yep. A little higher. Perfect. So on that short one that you got there really low, but then after when you pass it, you lift like almost like a little spring. You stayed there, and then you just pass with your arm.
Okay.
The explosion comes through your legs. The lift comes through your legs. A little higher. Yep.
You're saying the lift comes from your legs.
Yep. Not from your arms. Arms are like a bat. If you were to hit a ball with a bat, the smallest movement's going to make that thing fly.
Okay.
The small adjustment comes with how you pop. So if it's shorter, you're going to need a little bit less legs. If it's longer, you're going to need a little push more. Yep. Good.
Still want to use my arm.
Yeah. Good. That's it. Here, I'll try this. Try not swinging your arms at all.
Okay.
Just get your legs underneath and just watch the ball. It's gonna be hard. Watch the ball just hit your arms. Lift with your legs as much as you want,
Okay.
but don't swing your arms at all. Just keep
Alright.
you straight. Watch how this ball, it'll go almost anywhere anyway. Yep. See? That's without you swinging your arms at all.
Right.
If you lift and swing a little bit, that ball is gonna be perfect. So keep that in mind, especially when we're gonna pick up the tempo of the ball coming at you. All you have to do is just stop the ball and just change the direction so it goes up and down. Stay behind it. Stay behind it. Playing with you a little bit deep and a little long. Good. A little higher. Behind it. Good ball. Yes. Good. Good. Good ball. Get a drink if you need it.
All right.
Do some more pass. Pass. Right here. Pass first right here. Good. The height a little higher. Good. Push. Good. That's the height. Lift. Oh. Right here. Good. Good. more or less not to get it like passing towards the middle, because this is like an oh shit over my head kind of saving your ass kind of thing. So the biggest thing is getting it up, okay? Because if they're making a shot over your head, trying to force it all the way up there is really, really tough. Most than likely your partner's going to see it and they're going to be somewhere around here. So all you have to do is just get the ball up. If they have to adjust this way, then they can do it, as long as that ball has height, okay? But now is the time to play with how you want to do it. Because I pass like this, I make a real easy transition to this. I use this, but once again, hard part about this is this happens a lot. Okay. And you have to really train yourself into that. I've seen people do the wraparound. I've seen people do the tomahawk. The only problem I see with this, having that wide open, is that hand makes a very good suction cup. And a lot of the times it'll get in that pocket and it'll just like drop right in front of you. It'll just suction in. So the big thing is trying to get something hard for it to hit off. So if you want to do that tomahawk, try to make it a little bit more closed so there's like a hard surface there. But right now is the time to work on. We're just gonna get a few reps in.
Yeah, I gotta think that one through. That's what I was saying was,
play with it.
My transitions from one to another. I'm always ready to do this, but I'm not ready to do anything else.
The big thing is when you're playing any defense, you don't want to be locked in anywhere. So you want to be here.
Oh, I've seen a lot of people do.
So your first reaction to protect yourself and your face would be here or here. Okay? Then, because the drop is a lot easier than the lift. So you want your hands to be here compared to here, because then you have to go all the way here to here. So here to here is really easy, and here to here is really easy. You can't be here, because then it takes a little bit of time here. You might get locked in the face. So right around your chest, open up here, and then you're perfect here, and you're perfect here.
Show me how you're going from this to the tomahawk.
So here, I'm going here. But usually you'll have a little bit of time, so you're here, and then you're taking those steps. You're pushing up and down.
So you just put the two fists together.
Just because it's easier for me to go from here to here. All this wrapping stuff makes it a little bit harder. I used to make kind of like that, like a grenade almost have a pocket. The biggest thing is,
I don't even have to
so right now we're gonna play with whatever feels comfortable. Once again, volleyball is you're not a robot. I've seen people be successful with some crazy things. I've seen guys do this and be really successful, but I don't say do it because there's so little space there to hit it. You have to be really good at it, but whatever works. If you're good at it, we'll just make it better. Above your head, try to figure it out. So try to get it up.
Okay.
So shoot it this way.
All right.
Is that natural? That's good. Your natural release is here, which makes that ball shoot. I need your natural release to go
up.
Okay. Yep. I'll get you a better toss. Play around with a few things. Okay, not bad. Good transition. Not bad. I like the height on it. Yes, that's money. You can do everything with that. Good. Yeah, you don't need much. Ball will fly. There you go. Good. That's good. As long as you have time to get to it, that's all that really matters.
For positioning, say I am playing this side. Where am I on?
You always want to play almost true where your service seat is a little bit more in. Yep, and maybe a half step forward. Yep, so basically if anything goes too high, it's over your shoulder. So that should be, the gauge should be basically anything here. If you don't have to play it, you don't have to. It should be going over your shoulder now. So big thing of volleyball, you want to keep everything in front of you. It's a lot easier to go forward than it is backwards. Okay, you don't have any control. So if you can keep all the plays as much as possible in front of you, and don't let anything behind you know like your boundaries. Keep everything in front of you as possible. Good. right there.
You gotta work out how.
So
I'm
you
putting my
might
hands together the same every time.
you might get 1 or 2 of those a game. So
Okay.
that reps right there. You just did 15 or so.
Yeah.
You're not going to see that money in a game because I want you to be able to like track that ball and then use that platform right there. All right, we're going to move into some intro to setting. Everybody should know how to set. So when you're setting, you are actually setting a spot, not a person. Okay? The job of the hitter is to get to that spot. But I see a lot of times beginners will use their peripheral to try to see where their player is that they're setting, and then they try to set the person, debating on where they are. So they're here, and then they're looking at it, and then they end up like setting over here because their partner's over here, instead of setting a tighter ball, which should be a lot easier to hit. So you're usually setting spots. I don't want to get too technical to you, but recently the International Volleyball made spots on the net where you call your sets. Okay, so outside set, there usually be an antenna here. The outside set all the way to the antenna is a 1. Okay. Second one in, which is the more traditional beach set because it comes straight in from where you pass the volleyball, is your 2. You're gonna hear a lot of 2s. Okay. Your middle always is going to be 3, and then it's 4 and 5, the same opposite. So 4 is your right side, and then your outside is the antenna is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 doesn't change regardless of what side you're playing on. It's always that. So right side's going to be calling a lot of 4s and 5s. Left side's going to be calling a lot of 2s and 1s. Okay. We're just going to focus on setting your high 4 balls, high 2 balls. Get those birds.
And who's calling that?
So usually it's the hitter, unless you see something. Let's say nobody says anything. You always have like a go-to either. One ball, they'll be able to push it out all the way to the pin. Instead of getting like you pulled in or stuck out in here, like stuck died in here, you see something, you want it all the way up there. Just call out that 1, they'll push it out. So it's really up to you.
Ball comes in, I'm receiving it, I'm passing it to you and giving you a number.
So usually, but we're not going to worry about the numbers. I just wanted to give you the big thing. Right now we're just going to be setting those regular balls, high 2, high 4s. Right now I'm just going to have you stand and set them, and then we're going to stand about right here. I'm going to toss balls from there. I want you to just really focus on, all we're going to do is just bump setting that about right there. Okay.